Hey there, I'm here with Gina today. She's looking to do a color correction. We've been doing Vivids for about 1.5 years, and she really just wants something more low maintenance that'll keep her longer in between her appointments while she's in school. This is her inspo picture. We're going to be doing a reverse of this, so we'll be doing the cool brown up top and more of like an icy platinum blonde underneath, like a peekaboo. So I'm just sectioning her off right now. I'm starting a little bit above her temple and then bringing it right above the occipital bone. For the back, I'm parting her down the middle, and I'm going to be taking diagonal back sections with color remover, just because I really want to pull out a lot of this violet that's still in here and see what kind of a base we'll have for toning later. Taking thin sections, I'm applying Evo's Poison with 2.5 ounces of 10 volume. And remember, saturation is key. I like using thicker brushes because 1, I can get it done really fast, and 2, it just helps really saturate that hair. Kind of hard to see on camera and with the lighting right now, but she still has some of that purple in the front pieces. They're fairly light, but that's why I chose to do them last, because the color remover doesn't have to stay on them for as long. In total, I processed her color remover for about 20 minutes. we're going to do her first fill. Because she has such light platinum pieces, I wanted to fill her with Davines' Viewline in 9.4 and 9.73 with 10 volume, just so we can get those platinum pieces nice and neutralized, and then we'll start working with some of the darker colors that we have going on. I'm parting her in 4 quadrants. And I'm still using my big brush for quicker application and saturation. I've really fallen in love with Davines' toners. You can already see that those front pieces are neutralizing, and it's doing exactly what we needed to do. Her toner is going to process for 20 minutes. I did rinse her off camera, but I took out the underneath before the top. Her lift was pretty good with the color remover. Still some warmth in there, and I want to try to lift some of that out. We are also going to be lightening up her roots. So again, in small diagonal back sections, I am going to be using 2 different lightener formulas. The first one for the root is going to be 20 volume with Progress Lightener by Davines. And then the second one is going to be 5 volume with a little bit of water and Progress Lightener by Davines. I did put Olaplex in both of them, so her hair is going to be ultra protected through this process. For these front pieces, I am going to avoid putting any lightener on the very ends. I'm really just focusing it on the mids and that root area so we can remove that warmth. The ends are exactly where we need them to be. For her second fill, I'm using Davides's Viewline again in 5.34, 7.73, and 10 volume, processing for 20 minutes. And I'm using my brush to fully saturate and pull through the color. So once everything is rinsed out, you can see her top is neutralizing really nicely. We want to keep it nice and cool. Now for the underneath, her roots are warm and she knows about it. I told her that this is something that was going to happen because she's such a dark level, but with the timing that we had for this session, I normally would go in and highlight again, but we didn't have that kind of time. So we are going to be toning it darker. Now the root area, I'm using 7.11 and amethyst with 10 volume. And her ends, I'm toning with 10.23 and some steel with 10 volume. And moving on to the last color we'll be doing for the top section, make sure you're using either foil or plastic to separate your two colors. You don't want the dark to transfer on top of it. I'm going to blow dry her hair just to remove some of that dampness. And I'm going to be using Davines' Mass line, which is their permanent line, in 4.18 and 5.14 with 10 volume for 25 minutes. I'm using their permanent line because that is going to give us more depth and longevity in her color, which is ultimately our end goal. And this is our finished product. I am so happy with how it came out. I love that there's still so much dimension at the top. It's nice and chocolatey. And then her peekaboo is super icy. We will be touching on that warmth at the root next session. But either way, super happy with how it came out and she looks so cute. Thanks for joining us and I will see you next time.